everybody and welcome to the latest episode of Taff en route. Today's away game is Metropolitan Police in the FA Cup. For me, as I said in the blog last night, this is going to be a really nice change of pace for the lads, something, a distraction, a welcome distraction from our poor league form. Hopefully they'll get a good result today, regain a bit of confidence and then push on a bit more in the league and try and regain a top 3 spot. In the car with me today, as per usual, you've got Leanne to the side who's hiding, you've got Jeff, one of our old favourites, and his boy Jake is kicking there in the back. Guys, you probably have to lean forward a bit because of the angle that the camera's on if you want to get your faces in. And we've also got Jeff's friend Clive, who's catching up on some Z's at the moment, so we'll let him crack on as we crack on with this. So then guys, so what's your thoughts today? Do you think it's a good draw for us?
I think, Chris, to be honest with you, this to me is the magic of the beauty of the FA Cup. As soon as this draw came out, first of all I couldn't believe it. I think that a club like Metropolitan Police could have got this far. And then I thought, wow, what a magical draw, because it really does epitomise what the FA Cup is all about. And I don't know really, they get that one step in the non-league pyramid they are, but it's kind of like an iconic league in so much as the fact that Metropolitan Police is, what we all know is the old Bill, don't we? And I mean, I think that we're playing them in a cup tie. Yeah. Surely that's what all the FA Cup is about. I'm excited about this as I was certainly when it's all talking last year. Yeah. This is the FA Cup. We're the Giants today. They're going to try and slay us. Yeah. And like you said in the blog last night, it's a wretched run really since the end of September. I think we've only won one game. So actually, without even realising it, we've gone through quite a big blip. Sometimes with the blip, we don't realise you're in the blip until it's coming to the end, and hopefully it's coming to the end there. Just get us done today, get through, then sort Plymouth out on Tuesday, two cup ties, and everybody back and fully fit for Colchester next Saturday, please, and then we'll start again.
The injuries have cost us, would you agree with that? Sorry? Injuries have cost us lately.
Oh, absolutely. Well, we've talked about this before on the road. We've got a small squad, and at some point or another, it was always going to sort of bite us in the neck, and it has done. Thank God Antoine Semenyo scored that last minute winner against Stevenage. Yeah. Because it really would have been a dire stretch without that. Yeah. But I mean, we've totally been bereft of the midfield, and also we've had players playing out of position in defence. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I mean, Carlisle was two fullbacks playing in three, in a three-man backline. Yeah. It's really been dire, and just in a couple of weeks' time, when we get Labadie back and Cross back, and we've got Bakinson back from last week. Yeah. All of a sudden, and Scott Bennett as well, and Mark O'Brien. I mean, those two in particular, they're vital. And Scott Bennett's so versatile because he can slot in there in midfield, and they've all been missing. Sometimes collectively, but certainly individually over the last 5 or 6 weeks. They all get back to full fitness, then we can see the real Newport County hopefully from Colchester onwards. So I'm glad you mentioned Scott Bennett there, because I wanted to talk about him and his form this season. I think he's been absolutely brilliant, but a lot of the time he tends to be the forgotten man in Newport County. I mean, when people are saying who they want in the defence, they always choose everybody but Bennett. When people are talking about who they want in the midfield, they always choose everybody but Bennett. But possibly, arguably, he's been one of our better performers this season. What do you think? Sorry, James. Let's just go to say I totally agree with that. He's not one. I mean, he's kind of like defensive midfield for me. He's always a position where you don't get the glory. Your name's not on the papers. You're not a goal scorer. You're not a flying winger. You're not winning towering headers at the back every 5 minutes. But you take a defensive midfielder out of any team, and all of a sudden your opponent is on the back four like the rats and all over him, And Scott, with his ability to drop back into a three-man defence as well, a three-man playing centre-back, he's absolutely vital.
He's our second longest serving player currently at the club, obviously behind Joe Day. He's made over 100 appearances for us. I mean, you know, there's been times I've been thinking, like, you know, last season is it worth renewing Scott Bennett's contract? He's been quite uninspiring this season, you know, and when he's, you know, we haven't played much, and when he has played, he hasn't done an awful lot for us. But this season, he's been completely reborn, and I'm thinking it's a stroke of genius keeping him.
Absolutely, couldn't agree more. You know, I mean, like I say, it is that position where you don't you don't always stand out. You're doing the nuts and bolts, you're doing the dirty work, you're tidying up, and you've got to have someone doing that job, otherwise you haven't got a team. So
would you agree with me in saying that the people that would disagree with Scott Bennett's form are the ones who don't know how to read a football match properly, so they don't see what it is he brings?
I think so. I mean, you take it, a classic example that people do tend to think about is Claude Magalhaes when he was at Real Madrid and Chelsea. Now, you know, until the media started to highlight how consistent he was, the average football player probably wouldn't have even thought about the guy. But, you know, and Kanté with Leicester and now Chelsea, you know, they're absolutely vital to any team. And people, your superficial supporters, if you like, ones that only watch match of the day, ones that only occasionally look at perhaps a couple of the clip every now and again, they're not gonna be looking for people like Scott Bennet.
Well, you got the I want to be entertained punters, basically, are the ones who look at the attacking play but don't look at how attacking is broken up.
Exactly.
You know, they won't pay much attention to that,
exactly.
and they won't acknowledge, you know, his positioning and his awareness.
To give you another classic example, at Arsenal years ago, there was a guy called Gilberto, who was
I remember.
They called him the wall in Brazil. And a lot of Arsenal fans couldn't see what he brought to the team until he wasn't playing.
Yeah.
And then when he wasn't playing, they were more vulnerable at the back.
Yeah.
You don't win caps for Brazil like he did without being a quality performer. But
Absolutely,
it's just one of those positions where it gets overlooked and people just take a superficial overview of the man.
It's like Javier Mascherano played that role for Liverpool in the season they nearly won the league, and people were questioning, you know, what did he do? So that's the thing, he didn't need to do much in a way of entertaining, but his presence, his positioning, I mean, you're blocking passing lanes if you position yourself right, you know, you're stopping people from advancing, you know, you're blocking dribbling lanes, you know, if you position yourself correctly, it's like, it does me right when you see people screaming from the terraces, close him down, I'm thinking, shut the fuck up. You know, if he closes him down, he's making himself vulnerable to be sidestepped. Look, if he closes that space, all you got to do is sidestep in one side or the other, and he's done, and he's away, and then there's a good chance he'll go on and score a goal.
And also, let's not forget that the opening midfield, you know, when he's getting his head up and he's not being pressed, he starts a lot of the attacks off as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially, you know, you look for people, you see people out wide, left and right, and off they go again. And, you know, I tell you, I'd love to mention Tottenham, because we've got a Tottenham fan over there.
Yeah.
And I might right hand side fast asleep. But I thought Harry Winks played well the other night in a similar sort of situation, where he was just, not just was he breaking out, you know, attacked. There's a win against the PSV Eindhoven. But no, he was starting off an awful lot of their attacks.
Yeah.
It's just a vital, pivotal position that gets overlooked quite a lot. And Scott Bennet is a really good exponent of it.
I tell you what, I know we're going off Newport County topic with this again, but that's why I'm a big fan of Jordan Henderson, because he does a lot of that. But what Jordan Henderson does, not quite as good as Steven Gerrard, but he fills the Steven Gerrard role. He has that defensive presence. He breaks up a lot of attacks. He starts a lot of attacks by passing the ball well, but he can also ping the ball and score some goals as well. A lot of people slag Jordan Henderson off in the same way as a lot of people over the county who don't understand football and how the game is played and don't know how to read a game properly will slag off Scotty Bennett in the same way. And a lot of people are slagging off Matt Dolan, but I'm finding that Dolan this season is another player that's completely reborn. It's like he's lost a bit of weight and he's moving around, he's a lot sharper, moving around the pitch a lot more, getting stuck in a lot more, and his passing is a lot better as well. I'm finding he is a key player for us this season.
And he shows in the game against Stevenage as well, doesn't it? Like when Matty Dolan was back, he scored in 28 seconds. And we noticed him straight away. When Matty Dolan back in midfield, you knew he was back in midfield because he was a presence. But,
talking about players coming back, how much of a boost is Fraser Frank's going to be today?
The minute he was sent off against Crawley, I thought we're going to miss him. Irrespective of how well we played on the road or at home, I just knew we'd miss him.
And we did.
Oh, we did.
The Ellison goal against Morgan was directly right at the spot where Fraser Franks would have been. And I can tell you something now, if he was playing, we'd have won that game 1-0.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, he's a player that he's got League One quality written all over him. He's playing League Two. Everything that comes into our box, you see that, that big blonde head, the ponytail on the map. And he's there, and he's hitting that ball out. He's just an awesome centre back. He really is.
Can't help but imagine what the best point.
And the thing is, just because he's like, he reads the play. He knows where a run's going to be made. He knows where the ball's going to be hacked into the box.
Yeah.
He reads it and he's there. It's no fluke. He's always winning those balls. He's intelligent. He's intelligent football playing on him.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So someone's asked me on one of my blogs. I basically called people out to start dropping me some questions to answer, and one of them said, "Should we give Jay Folson the start today?" My reply to him on that comment was, "An FA Cup run potentially is too important to us to take a risk, but I would like to see him get a chance at some point." So, when do you think would be a good time to play Jay Folson? I mean, if he gets to play against men today and comes off good, it could be a risk well worth taking, so it gives us a clearer idea of where he is as a footballer and how far away he is from playing league football for us. But then, do you think it would be worth not taking the risk today because we need to get through, and then giving him his run out against Plymouth on Tuesday?
Yeah, well, there's no denying he's a talent. I mean, you speak to his under-19 caps himself, he's getting capped for Wales, so so there's no denying he's a talent, and as a person as well, being part of the team last season, he's a professional.
Yeah.
He's young, he's quiet, he's professional, just gets on with it. He don't mess about, so you can see he wants to learn, and even in training, he wins headers. My mate works there down at County now, so I get a lot of feedback from him training now, and he says last week he was winning headers against everyone. He's unstoppable at the back. Jamil Matt to the ball is
takes him doing that, doesn't it?
Exactly. So he's winning headers in training, and that's where that's where he's learning. He's training against men as it is. So I can't see why we wouldn't give him a chance. But at the same time, like you say, it's too important. We need that money. We need it fast, because next season will be a big task trying to keep players if we don't have the funds.
That's a good point. That is. I mean, we're running out of time now. But then, do you think our priorities in January? What would you put first? To be the last one before we move on now to wrapping it up.
We've got Labs coming back. I know Labs has been cleared to train, properly train.
Good.
But Finney's not taking. Physio. Yeah, physio. He's even asking the physio, so can I train today? He's like, yeah, you're clear, you're fine. But Finney's not taking that chance of training.
No, that's good.
He's still taking his time with him, which is good, of course.
Yeah.
You probably see. Well, you probably will see today. I still feel like he's probably a good 2 weeks away from maybe getting some time off the bench. But obviously we'll have lads back. Crofts is back nearly training as well, so he'll be back soon. So I feel like midfield wise, I would have said midfield, so it's based on our team selection in the last few weeks. But we're getting people back.
Sorry.
But
I had somebody up my arse in the outside lane, so I thought I'd cut in and let him go past, so we could go his 100 mile an hour bell end. But there we go. Sorry, mate. Sorry to cut you out there.
We're getting people back. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
OB's coming back to full fitness as well.
Good.
So we're starting to get people back. But I still wouldn't mind having another centre back and another midfield. I don't feel like Cooper's good enough. No. At all. So I feel like he's just wasted.
Oh, and by the way, anyone from the club who's watching this, my offer is still open. I will take him back to Forest Green for you.
He chases shadows in midfield.
He doesn't know how to position himself.
Yeah, he's 5 minutes late to defend. He's 5 minutes late to attack. He's just not good enough. I said why Forest Green would
let him go.
Yeah,
they must have been laughing when they thought, oh my God, Newport ain't going to take him and pay his wages. Oh, happy days. To wrap it up, then, right, priority for January then, what would you put first? Renewing the loans of Bakinson, Pring and Semenyo, renewing them 3 so we get them all for the rest of the season, or getting the likes of Joe Day, Demetriou, O'Brien, Dolan, so all our best players, getting them on contracts for next season. What would you put first? What would you do first?
Definitely. Well, I'd say our players, because they are our players at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, those loan players, they can get recalled any time.
Yeah.
So we don't actually have that security of whether they're like going to stay with us or not. So because they're back to a bit of a good few games, and next Bristol City calling them back. So like we don't have that security or low knee. So the priority would be securing our players first, and then anything else is a bonus. But obviously, I'd love to keep them free. I think Pring slowly, like I thought. Morecambe when he played, I thought
he came off the bench and done well, didn't he?
I thought he did very well, and I was surprised because I'd never really seen much of him before. But I thought, to be fair, I was like, I seen his pace, he's blistering down the wing. I was like, wow, he's alright, So maybe I think we'll probably see Pring play today, if I'm honest. So I feel like a good performance from him today, hopefully, and then we'll see. But
But don't forget, Chris, at the end of the day, coming into the new year, coming into January, we will in effect have 2 new players in midfield.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what Lamini and Crofts are going to be. They're going to be 2 new players, and I can remember when Labs was when he was injured towards the end of last season. We were thinking that he would be like a new player, and that's exactly what he will be. I mean, we've gone through this period where we Scottish Premier League play midfield. That's all going to change, and so like Jig says, get everybody nailed down. Key players we need to keep for next year, and I'm pretty sure that I'm fairly confident that Bristol City are happy with what they consider. I think they're confident with what they're doing. They're getting lots of game time. They're playing quite a lot. Those 2 lads are happy. I think Mark Harris is happy. So let's make sure we don't lose anybody until the end of next season, so they can just walk away from it. That's the key thing.
Yeah, that's it. So we prioritise getting the players on their contracts because. Well, with Bristol City, I'm not being funny, but they let Mikulski stay for the full. If it wasn't for his illness last year, he would stay for the full season anyway. So I think they were happy with what he did. I think they're going to be looking at the 3 that we've got, and they're going to be happy with what they're doing at the moment. So I'd like to think that they are going to be. How can I put it? They're going to be eager for them to stay on and continue their progress that they've been making with us.
Absolutely. What they're going to be doing in Bristol City, they're going to be playing under 23 football or whatever. They're going to be playing against kids. They're playing in a competitive league against full-grown men. And no holds barred, and that's how you learn. That's the school of rough knocks. You're not going to learn the sort of experience they're getting there with us, being concerned and Semenyo. They're not getting out of Bristol City. They just won't.
There's a look at Sean Mikulski last season.
He's in League One now.
He's playing in League One now. Look how much he's developed, the opportunities he had with us. I mean, obviously scoring against Leeds and playing against Tottenham at Wembley, he had experiences that he'd never would have got at Bristol City last season.
I know, you're right.
That's a class example of why I feel like Bristol will let us extend those loans.
Definitely.
And just based on the experience that they got, like Dan says, it's invaluable, that experience, especially at a young age. Playing in League 2 with solid physical presences all over the pitch. People are nasty, get away with decisions. Like, you won't get that in playing for under 23s. So.
No. And then when you're a boy and you're looking to play men's football, League 2 is the kind of league that'll turn you into a man.
Exactly, that's it. And then look at Sean now, he's in League 1. And he probably got a bit further. Ben White, he's playing for Brighton under 23s, but there's no doubt that Ben White's going to go somewhere.
You'd be a Premier League defender within 2 years.
So easy.
Can't help but imagine we had Ben White into Fraser Franks.
well, I actually mentioned this with Gavin Foxwell. I asked him, is a move for Ben White on the cards, and I don't think it's going to be, to be honest with you, by the signs of it, because it sounded as though Brighton didn't want to let us keep him for the rest of the season last year. It was because he and his family were insistent on him staying. The only reason why we kept him for the full season last year. So I don't think that they'll allow him to come to League 2. But at the end of the day, if it means he can get another 6 months of men's football under his belt, then I wouldn't rule it out. But I do think a centre half, more centre half, is got to be on the list of priorities.
Because the moment we're down a centre half, we were thinking, what if we had X, Y, Z? Like, like when we're centre half down, we're already feeling it straight away. Just like the full backs playing in the back 5.
The problem's compounded by the fact that we prefer to play with 3 centre backs in a 5-man defence, which means to say that you're using 3 centre backs for every game. So you've only got to be missing, and then you've got the diabolical situation like you're at Carlisle, where we've got 2 full-backs playing.
Like, I'm not being funny. Pipe, he is a bloody hard worker. He can win his balls in the air, but for me, he's too short to be a centre defender.
But what I will
Sorry, Pipey.
What I will say about him,
God bless.
Since he's been back in the
Don't hurt me.
Since he's been back in the team, he's been playing brilliantly. But
Yeah.
I mean, you know what you're going to get with teams like that's 110%.
Exactly.
Every single game.
Never ever think, oh no, but when he's on the team sheet, you think, oh yes, when he's on the team sheet, wherever he is. But playing a centre half, maybe, you know, that's just a bit too much for him. But sorry again, Pipey. But, all right, and so this is the longest ever Taff on route. We just passed 20 minutes, but I'd like to think that we're not talking crap, and now this has been enjoyable for you watching. So to wrap this one up, then, guys, we're just going to run through some predictions. So I'm thinking 2-0 today.
Yeah, I think I'll go for 3-1.
3-1.
I would say about I was going to say 4-1, but I feel like it'd be a flattering result. Honestly, I reckon they're going to the Met Police are going to count themselves very well today. I feel like they're going to put in a good shift. So it's potential banana skin game, but
potentially, yeah. And any non-league team who's really up for it.
Always.
I mean, ability can only stretch so far, but when you've got the heart, you know that can take you places in football.
Definitely. Just remember Wealdstone in the FA Trophy.
yeah, that was a close one, wasn't it? That was a close one.
Beautiful.
You just cannot. If you underestimate anyone in the FA Cup, you're in trouble.
Exactly.
But then I mentioned obviously the times that we've been giant killed ourselves, but then every time we get giant killed, we get promoted. So is that a silver lining to take from it? Bolton Rovers, Yates.
Cup run or promotion?
The cup run's worth more money than promotion, because with promotion you get more money, but you got to spend more money to be competitive.
Exactly.
So the cup run will just give you more. Yeah. So predictions then. Is Clive conscious enough to do a prediction?
Nice.
No.
Brown bread.
Comatose? No.
He's had a good skinful last night, yes.
Fair play, good man. Anyway, thanks all for watching, and if you're going, we'll see you down there. Cheerio for now, and as always, up the KD. Many thanks for watching the latest content on the Amber Army channel. Please make sure you leave us a like. Make sure you subscribe for more content, both for the neutral football fan and also plenty of Newport County. Even more Newport County content can be found on the club's iFollow channel on the link above. It is just £4.49 per month to subscribe to that service. And those of you feeling extra generous can also support us on Patreon on the link at the bottom there. That would be a monthly donation of your choice. Thank you again, make sure you've subscribed, and as always, up the county.